Hey guys, it is Coach AP coming at you through the video scope here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. And today we're going to be talking about some things that I've been seeing around the rinks lately, a little hockey talk. We're going to talk about Abby Newhook winning the Hockey East Rookie of the Year. We're going to talk a little bit about an East Coast blizzard. We're going to talk about them at length, actually, as they did play last night in Bay Roberts against the Osprey. And we're going to talk about a handful of guys there that have jumped out at me or have developed in the past little while, some 2006's. We're going to talk about a couple 2010's that have stood out to me recently in some weekend action, but also in other roles. And we're going to finish off with a 2009 born player on the Tricom Thunder who has been an absolute hitman deal breaker. He has been kryptonite to Superman this season, Parker Banks. So without further ado, let's get ready to rumble. All right, this video is brought to you by Supplement King. 2 locations in St. John's to serve you better. One is located on Torbay Road, and the other one is located in Galway, right across the street from Costco. They've got the full load of Jihu sauces. I'm a big Jihu sauce guy. Sugar-free sauces, they're like delicious. You know, you get the Thai one. I'm a big mango habanero fan. So that their sauce there is awesome. So check that out. Now I'm getting all hungry here on you. Well, we're going to start right off the hop with Abby Newhook. Now, if you haven't read our article about Abby, we wrote an article, and it was my bad. I messed up. I was supposed to tape the article, and I forgot to press record, apparently. So silly me. So if you want to check out that article, I will put the link of that article in the description below so you can read the dialogue there. We went for like 2 hours, so it's kind of unfortunate that I didn't get the whole thing. And that's the only downfall of that, but it's pretty darn spot on to what we said. But again, I effed up. No surprises there. Make lots of mistakes. Abby, congratulations. Hockey East Rookie of the Year. Abby, I mean, how many accolades has she had this year? They did get knocked out by Maine the other night, though, but it was a 4 versus 5 matchup, and I don't think that was an upset by any means. However, there was a big upset in the ECAC conference where Maggie Connors and the Princeton Tigers knocked off Harvard. Harvard were the number 1 seed, and Princeton were the number 8 seed. Now, that being said, I think Princeton probably underachieved a little bit this year because they were missing Phil Year and Claire Thompson because they were in the Olympics. So I think it just took them some time to adjust to losing 2 5-star players, 2 studs. But they seem to found their stride. So look out for Maggie Connors. She is heating up at the right time for the Princeton Tigers. Shout out to you, Maggie. And, of course, congratulations, Abby, on your most recent success. We're looking for NCAA Rookie of the Year, folks. Let's see if she gets it. All right, now we're going to dive into the Blizzard, the East Coast Blizzard under-18 AAA team. Talk a little bit about some development of probably some unknown guys as far as scouting is concerned. So we're going to dive into Harry Smith. Now, this is a kid that came to me probably 18 months ago and couldn't turn to the left and turn to the right, glide turns. Really struggle with a lot of fundamentals. But as time has gone on, this kid, just because of his work ethic and how committed he is and how focused he is and how mature he is, he has continuously improved under the Lee family with the Blizzard. And let's take a look at this clip that really shows a culmination and kind of a coming of age of his game. This was against the Growlers the other night. It just, again, against a top-seeded team. Growlers haven't lost in like 10-plus games, so they are hot. But you look at the Blizzard the other night when they played them, this is just a little bright spot. Harry Smith. Junior A teams write down this guy's name because if he keeps developing the way he is, this guy has a real bright future in the game. Check it out.
By Hogan. Smith giving it back to Garland. Garland up to Toole. Toole fans on the pass then. Cleary dumping it back down. And here's Smith. Smith on his way up the ice.
All right, Harry, shout out to you, man. Youngest of 5 kids in that family. That is, I mean, you can't get a better young man. This kid is a fantastic kid. I would vouch for that kid any day of the week and twice on weekends. Now, let's move into another kid I really like with the East Coast Blizzard. We're going to talk about Ash Mitchmore. Ash, he is hot as a tamale right now. You're looking at 2 goals. He had a pair against Tri-Penn a week ago or 2 weeks ago now. I mean, it's all at the time. It all seems to be meshing to me right now because every day it seems to fly by. Then last night goes out to Bay Roberts and pots another pair. This is a guy that had 7 points. It didn't have a whole lot of points leading. He only had probably 3 or 4 points in the first 20 games of his under-18 career, but he was contributing on the stat sheet in different ways. He was blocking shots. He was getting pucks out on the boards. He just wasn't getting those offensive opportunities like the PP time because they have the Hawkins line. They have Noah King there. They've got some depth up front. But now it seems like Mitchmore has found a home on a line with Tucker and Liam Noble. Now, Liam Noble has been hot in high school, and Kyle Tucker has really come on. And since that first 15 games, it took him a little bit of time to adjust from Bantam hockey to under-18 hockey. And I had him in under 15, and this was a guy that was reliable, produced a lot of offense, more of a off-the-rush kind of guy, bigger rink kind of guy. But he's got wheels, and he's got skill, and he's got athleticism. So I think he's starting to add a little bit of a toughness element to his game. He's starting to figure out that he's got to score more goals around the net, and that's starting to come. And you're starting to see the siren go off a lot for Kyle Tucker. Once he broke that seal, and once he got that first goal, he's been hot. And that line right now gives the Blizzard a lot of depth up front. And you look, of course, the Hawkins line, Toole and Lovelace. Ryan Lovelace leading the team with over 40 points. He's almost got a goal a game. He is, to me, he's a guy that should be drafted between round 3 and 5 in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League if I'm drafting. Now, I'm not drafting. Don't have a whole lot of say in the process at the end of the day, but this is a guy that I have highly ranked, and so do a lot of people, including Matthew Bragg, who was with Barrie Colts for many years. He was coaching the Blizzard for a little while until he went back to play senior, but Braggy loved this guy. He's like, AP, like, you've got to, do what you can. And I'm like, man, I really like this guy, but I'm only one voice, and I don't draft the players. I think some people think I draft the players. I don't. I make a wish list, and I help make it. I don't make the final call. So at the end of the day, I really like Ryan Lovelace, and I like Landon Toole too. I like Tanner Hawkins too for junior A as a junior A guy, as an overage guy, as an 04. But, hey, it gives them a lot of depth. That line is always going to be going for Coach Lee. And now you've got maybe a secondary scoring. You got Noah King, who's been a point-a-game guy, who's reliable in every zone. Then you got this first-year line cooking, and then you've got maybe Elias Marner coming into your lineup, who has an 06. And then you got the development to Harry Smith. I think the Blizzard could be a team that might be able to go into a playoff series against the Growlers or Central or Tri-Penn or whoever they play, and they're going to be tough. I think if they get hot at the right time, they might give the Growlers a game. I know everybody kind of is anointing the Growlers because I think they're like 24, 25-2, but the Blizzard do not count out the East Coast Blizzard because of the development of some of these younger players. All right, moving on. 2010's. Some players that have stood out to me. Henry Collingwood, a.k.a. Hank the Tank. Hank, awesome game against the Hitmen, for the Hitmen, against the Tri-Com Thunder. Being called up as an AP was a very late cut for the Hitmen in under 13 in tryouts. Took some time to grow into his body, but this kid had a game on Saturday. He looked like he was one of the lineup regulars. He played a ton of minutes for John Vich, and I was really impressed with his game. Felt very comfortable with him on the ice. So attaboy Hank the Tank, really impressive. Your first game against a very, very good Tri-Com Thunder under 13 team. They are all second years. They're all big. They're all strong. They're all fast. And, they're a bit of a wagon of a hockey club right now. Look out for the Tri-Com Thunder down the stretch. They're going to be a tough out. Another 2010. Lily Beresford. Now, this is a player that didn't make AA under 13 this year, and instead of, crying over spilled milk and being upset about it, she just got to work. And she's put in a ton of time, a lot of work with different programs, different coaches, including ours. Shout out, thanks, Lily. But at the same time, she's putting in the work and she's getting the results. You can see the development of that player family lineage there, the hockey background is Ryan Graham. And it goes back to the Graham family. Ryan Graham, a former linemate of mine, played with the Fog Devils, played in the U-Haul, played at university with Acadia. So there's some family lineage there. There's a relation to Chris Beresford there. And I think Lily might have some Ryan Graham genes in her because she is starting to develop at a quick pace. And I'm really impressed with how she has been playing and practicing with a purpose, a lot of passion, comes out Monday at 7 a.m. every day and puts on the work boots. Lily, shout out to you for your excellent work and your development is right up. Stock market, kind of like the Russian ruble is going right now because of the war going on, but we're not getting into that today. All right, last but not least, Parker Banks. Adam Banks? I think I'm going to throw up a picture of Adam Banks. We're getting a picture of Adam Banks from the Hawks from the Mighty Ducks movie. And if Shane Morrissey's watching this, Shane Morrissey's laughing because how many times we watched the Mighty Ducks at hockey programs over the years. Shane Morrissey, shout out to you, man. Newman down in Aston, PA. Shout out to you, brother. Parker Banks, back to Banksy. This guy down the left side for the Tricom Thunder under 13 team we just don't seem to have an answer for him as the hitman. Right now, I think he had a hat trick against us in Rocky Harbor back in December, and he is just the difference. I don't know if anyone remembers that song by the Wallflowers. I'm not going to start singing it because I'll embarrass myself on, I guess, national TV, so to speak. But Parker Banks, great wheels. He is a big kid. He is a strong kid. I think he's from Saskatchewan. If you can read the card correctly, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Remember that from Slapshot? 45-year-old movie now, which makes me feel real old. But, I mean, shout out to the Hansons. So I think one of the guys had cancer. So wish you a speedy recovery if you're watching this video. And back to Banksy. We keep getting off topic, but Banksy, he is a guy that you shouldn't get off topic with. He's got a lot of talent. He's got quick hands and tight space, too. So, again, I think he's a guy that if you are coaching under 14 HPP and he tries out for Team Newfoundland, assuming he does, if you haven't, feel free to, I will put the link to the HNL HPP registration for coaches and players in the description of this video. So if you are eligible, you can try out for the regional camp or reach out to Chad Brinson, one or the other. And yeah, so Banksy, I mean, get out to that camp. I mean, I think he's going to be an under 14 stalwart. I think people are really going to take notice, and he's going to be a game changer at that level. I know some people like to talk about Quinn Norman. He's a very good player. You got McCarthy there. You've got Cameron Hay, the Birdman there. Yeah, Coco Beware, the Birdman. You've got Cameron Hay flying out there. But Parker Banks is a stud, and look out for him moving forward. Shout out to, of course, Ryan Jewer. You've got Graham Cleary. You got to give some love to Gavin Carlson, my boys, on Friday morning. So shout out to you guys if you're watching this video. Couldn't forget y'all. All right, we are moving on. This video is wrapped up. That is all I got for today. Stay tuned soon. We're going to have a video with Mount Academy's Kenny McDougall. So Kenny's going to talk a little bit about Mount Academy and their program and their hockey teams on the male and female side. And I'm gone.